Hello and welcome to Replacement Player Baseball. Today, we are going to see Game 2 between the Cubs and Red Sox. Game 1 was a 2-1 thrilling Cub victory, and the Cubs improved now to 2-2 on this homestand. Let's see what today's game has in store for us. The Cubs are sending Jonathan Loaiza out to the mound. He was not particularly effective his last time out, but that doesn't stop us from giving him another chance. Loaiza is making start number 16. He is 3-5 with a 5.48 ERA, 132 WHIP. And the Cubs lineup today will be Hap, Santana, Bryant, Ozuna. Big day yesterday for Ozuna. Shaw, Hayward, Baez, Loaiza, and Josh Phegley doing the catching today. The Red Sox are sending Nathan Eovaldi to the mound for his 16th start on the season. He is 3-9 with a 5.40 ERA, 152 WHIP. And the Red Sox lineup will be Downs, Smolak, Devers, Bogarts, Verdugo, Benintendi, Jackie Bradley Jr., Plawecki catching, and Eovaldi doing the pitching. It is a lovely 72 degrees today. The wind is blowing in from right at 9 mph. And we are ready for the first pitch. So let's see how today's game transpires. Loaiza on the mound. I didn't look to see, but he may have made a start this season against the Red Sox already. If we look at his splits, we see that he has, in fact, pitched against the Red Sox already this year. All right, anyway, Loaiza pitching to Jeter Downs, leading off the game for the Red Sox. Cubs coming in at 36-40. Red Sox coming in at 33-43. Red Sox also on a 4-game losing streak coming into this contest. Now Loaiza standing on the mound with a 2-2 count, looking for the sign, and here's the pitch. That's going to be popped up to right. Hayward going back. It may be playable, and he does catch it on the warning track. Straight away right field. Well, one down now. Smolak is the batter. 1 strike count. Loaiza with the pitch. Ground ball to first. Shaw has it. Throws to Loaiza covering the base, and that is out number 2. Devers now the batter. 1 strike count. 2 out. Nobody on base. And that's going to be an extra base hit to right center field. That is high off the wall as Devers heads into second, sliding in with a double. 2-base hit for Rafael Devers. Xander Bogarts now the batter. 2-1 count. And Bogarts grounds it to short. The throw goes to first. And the side is retired. The Red Sox get a base hit, but they strand the runner. We go now to the bottom of the first inning of a 0-0 game. Hap leading off for the Cubs. 2-2 count. Waiting for the pitch from Eovaldi. Here it comes. Hap swings and misses for strike number 3. And now Danny Santana, the batter. 2 out, 1 out, 2-0 count. Fly ball to center field. Center fielder Jackie Bradley coming in and making the catch for out number 2. Chris Bryant now batting with 2 outs, nobody on. Bryant grounds weakly to third. The throw goes to first, and the Cubs are retired in the bottom of the first inning. We go to the top of the second. Nothing in this ballgame. Verdugo leading off against Loaiza. Top of the second. Here's the pitch. Verdugo flies to center. Santana is heading over a couple steps to his left and makes the catch for out number 1. Andrew Benintendi with a 1-strike count, waiting for the pitch. And there's a ground ball to second. The throw goes to first. And that is out number 2. Bradley Jr. now batting with a 1-ball count, 2 outs. and he lines one past the second baseman into right field. That is another base hit for the Red Sox. A 2-out single for Jackie Bradley Jr., and now Plawecki will bat. With a 2-2 count, 2 out, runner on first, and that is strike 3 called on the changeup. Well, Loaiza allows a base hit, but again strands the runner. We go to the bottom of the second of a 0-0 contest. Marcell Ozuna stepping up to the plate, 1 strike count. Ozuna crushes that one to left center field. That is going back, and that is a home run for Marcell Ozuna. He has been red hot the last 2 days, and he has just given the Cubs a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the second inning. That is 386 feet down the left field line. Travis Shaw now the batter with 1-2 count. Shaw waiting for the pitch from Eovaldi, and he pops this one up. It's going to be a routine fly to left field. It will be playable, and Benny makes the catch for out number 1. Hayward now batting, full count, payoff pitch to Hayward, and Hayward pops it up to right. Right fielder coming in, and Verdugo makes the catch for out number 2. Baez now batting for the Cubs, 2 outs, nobody on. Waiting for the offering, and Baez grounds to short. Everybody's hitting to their opposite position player as Baez grounds out short to first to end the inning. We go now to the top of the third of a 1-0 Cub lead. Eovaldi batting against Loaiza with a 2-2 count, and he swings and misses at the changeup. That is out number 1. Coming up now is Jeter Downs, 2-strike count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. He's also set down on strikes. Loaiza pitching now to Smoak with 2 outs and nobody on. 2-2 count. Here it comes. Popped up to right. Hayward heads toward the line. He's coming in to make the catch, and that is out number 3. So, the Red Sox retired in order in the top of the third. We go to the bottom of the third inning of a 1-0 Chicago lead. 2-0 count to Loaiza, and Eovaldi throws him a big curveball. That is called for strike 3. So Josh Phegley now the batter with a 1-2 count facing Eovaldi. Here comes the pitch. Grounder to first. That'll be routine. Smoak picks it up, steps on the base, and that is out number 2. Ian Happ now batting with a 1-strike count. 2 out, nobody on. Happ lines that one into right field. That's going to be extra bases. It goes all the way to the wall. Happ rounds first. He's heading for second. He heads into second, and he is in there standing up with a 2-out double. Happ in scoring position now for Danny Santana with 2 outs in the bottom of the third inning. 1-strike count to Santana. And Santana hits that one hard to right center field, but that's going to be playable. It's on the warning track, and it is caught by Verdugo for out number 3. Well, that's a little disappointing. It looked good coming off the bat. However, the Cubs do head to the top of the 4th inning in charge of this game 1-0. Devers is going to lead off against Loaiza. 1-strike count, Loaiza with the pitch. That's a liner past second base into right field. Lead-off single for Rafael Devers. And now, with nobody out, runner on first, Xander Bogaerts is the batter. First pitch from Loaiza. Grounder to short. Baez to Happ to Shaw for a tailor-made ground ball double play. Nice turn there by the Cubs infield defense to record 2 outs. And now Verdugo is batting with 2 outs, nobody on, and a 3-0 count from Loaiza. That is low, that is ball 4. Verdugo draws the walk, and Benny comes up to bat with 2 outs and 1 man on. 1 ball count from Loaiza. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a liner up the middle for another base hit. So the Red Sox have had 3 base runners in this inning, but still have not scored. Bradley Jr. now batting with first and second 2 outs, and Loaiza trying to work his way out of the 4th inning. Here's a 1-2 pitch. And that's popped up to right. Hayward looks like it'll be playable. He heads over and makes the catch for out number 3. The Red Sox threaten, but they do not score. We go to the bottom of the fourth of a 1-0 Cub lead. Chris Bryant now batting with a 1-strike count, nobody out, nobody on. And Bryant smokes that one into the right center field gap. That is gonna be Verdugo makes a diving catch. Wow, the umpire had to go out and validate that he pulled it out of his glove. But Verdugo did in fact make the catch, and Bryant is robbed of an extra base hit. So Ozuna now batting with 1 out, nobody on, 2-2 count to Ozuna. Here's the pitch. Ozuna pops that one up to deep center field. Bradley is going back, but he makes the catch on the warning track. 2 well-hit balls in this inning, but all the Cubs have to show for it is a couple of fly ball outs. Shaw now batting, 2 outs, nobody on, 3-1 count to Shaw. And that is low, that is ball 4. Shaw draws the walk, number 36 on the season for him. Hayward now batting with 2 outs, 1 man on, 2-strike count to Hayward. That's going to be a line drive base hit. That's a frozen rope over the second baseman all the way out to the right field wall. Hayward heads into second. The runner stops at third as Verdugo gets it back in quickly. That'll be extra bases for Jason Hayward at a stand-up double. So Baez now batting. Cubs trying to add to this 1-0 lead with second and third and 2 outs in the bottom of the fourth inning. First pitch to Baez, and they're going to intentionally walk Baez. They'll put him on first to set up the force at any base. And now the pitcher, Jonathan Loaiza, will be the batter. So with 2 outs and the bases loaded, Loaiza trying to contribute to his own cause, getting a 1-ball pitch. And that's going to be a base hit into right field. 1 run is in. Hayward stops at third base. That's an RBI single for John Loaiza. He just kind of poked that one right over the second baseman's head on an inside-out swing, and he gets the RBI single. Josh Phegley now batting. 2 outs, bases loaded. The intentional walk backfires on the Red Sox here, and here's an 0-2 pitch to Josh Phegley. And Phegley watches strike 3 called float on by. That was a changeup at 70 miles an hour. So the Cubs add to their lead. It is now 2-0 going into the top of the 5th inning. Plawecki leading off for the Red Sox against Loaiza. Here's the 2-1 pitch in the top of the 5th. Weak grounder up the middle. Baez ranging over. He dives and he makes the play. The throw goes to first, and that is a bang-bang play. The runner is called out. Real nice play there by Baez to react quickly and get that ball over to first. Eovaldi now batting with 1 out, nobody on. Here comes the pitch. Grounder to second. The throw goes to first, and Eovaldi is retired by probably half the distance to first base. So Jeter Downs now batting with 2 outs, nobody on. 2-2 count to Jeter Downs. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 called. Jeter Downs heads back to the dugout, and the Red Sox are retired 1-2-3 in the top of the 5th. Going to the bottom of the 5th inning, 2-0 Cubs. Ian Happ leading off for the Cubs. He will face Eovaldi from the left side. Here's a 3-1 pitch, and Happ holds up to check swing, but the umpire says he did not go around, and Happ draws the walk. So Danny Santana's coming up. He's 0 for 2 today. First pitch to Santana from Eovaldi, and he ropes one into right field. That's going to drop for a base hit. Happ cruising around second, but then he gets the stop sign and heads back. So the Cubs have first and second, and nobody out, and Chris Bryant coming up to bat. Eovaldi with a 2-2 count. Here's the pitch to Bryant. Swing and a miss, strike 3 on a split finger fastball. Bryant chased one that just dove down and away from him. Marcell Ozuna now the batter. He has a home run today. He's 1 for 2. Facing Eovaldi with a 3-1 count. And Ozuna grounds to first. The throw goes to second. The relay back to first, and that is a 3-6-3 double play to end the inning. Well, the Cubs also threaten but do not score. We go to the top of the 6th of a 2-0 Cub lead. Smolak now batting, leading off against Loaiza in the top of the 6th inning. 1-1 pitch. Here it comes. And he crushes one. That one is going to leave the stadium, folks. Smoak just absolutely smoked that one out onto the street behind the right field stands. This is a 2-1 ball game. So Loaiza is going to have to recover now from allowing that leadoff home run. He's going to face Devers, Bogarts, and Verdugo are the next three batters. And there's a pop up to left. Devers flies out harmlessly to left field as Ozuna makes the catch. That is out number one. Bogarts now batting with one out, nobody on, 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three. Loaiza records the strikeout. That is number 5 on the day for him. And now Verdugo is batting, 2 outs, nobody on base. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch from Loaiza. Weak grounder back to the mound. Oh, and he boots it. Loaiza tried to field it himself, and he kicks the ball, and Verdugo is safe at first. So that's an error charged to Loaiza. And now Andrew Benintendi will bat with the tying run on first base. 1 strike count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a line drive base hit into left field. Verdugo is going to hold at second. Benny has a 2-out single. And now the Red Sox have first and second and 2 outs. And Jackie Bradley Jr. is the batter. He is 1 for 2 today. 2-2 count, Loaiza with the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Well, Loaiza gets himself in and out of a jam in that inning. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning, 2-1 Cubs. Travis Shaw will lead off against Eovaldi. He's only thrown 71 pitches so far here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 1-2 count, Eovaldi with the pitch. And that is strike 3 called at the knees, and Shaw is muttering on his way back to the dugout. Hayward now batting with 1 out, nobody on. 3-1 count to Hayward. Here's the pitch. That is outside for ball 4. So Hayward gets the free pass, heads down to first, and Baez, the next batter. He comes out with 1 out, 1 man on. Cubs trying to add to a 2-1 lead. 1 strike count to Baez. Baez wraps it on the ground to short. The throw goes to second, the relay to first, and that will retire the side. Baez grounds into a 6-4-3 double play. And just like that, the threat is over. The Cubs go to the top of the 7th inning, ahead 2-1. So Kirby Yates, the new flavor of the day out of the Cubs bullpen, is going to come in to pitch the 7th inning in relief of Jonathan Loaiza. He will face Plawecki, the pitcher's spot, and then Jeter Downs here in the top of the 7th. Yates, with a 2-ball count, looking in. Here comes the pitch. There's a ground ball to second. Happ has it, throws to first, and that is out number 1. Yates now pitching to the pinch hitter, Jose Pereza. 2-2 count, 1 out. Yates with the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Yates gets him with a fastball at 94, and that is out number 2. Jeter Downs now batting, 2 outs, nobody on. Downs waiting for the first pitch, and he is hit. He takes that one right in the side and heads down to first base. Jeter needed to get down on that particular pitch, and he did not. So here is the man, Smoak himself, who hit the solo shot in the last half of the top of the 6th inning, I guess. Smoak comes up with the tying run on first and 2 outs. First pitch to Smoak, and the runner's going. The throw goes to second, but Fegley's throw is late, and Jeter Downs has taken his 5th base via the steal this season. So Downs now in scoring position. Smoak still batting, 2-2 count. Yates with the pitch. Strike 3 called, and Yates rings him up. That'll end the inning for the Cubs. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning, 2-1 Chicago. Our 7th inning stretch guest conductor today is going to be the one and only Bill Clinton. Nico Horner now batting. He's going to come up to face Darwin's own Hernandez. Hernandez has thrown 13 2/3 innings, 17 walks to 19 strikeouts with a 6.59 ERA. Horner, pinch hitting for the pitcher's spot, coming up here in the bottom of the 7th to lead off for the Cubs. 1 strike pitch, Hernandez looking in, the sign, and here's the pitch. And that's lined into left field. That is going to be, caught. Another fantastic defensive play in the outfield. I feel like the Red Sox defense has made about 4 or 5 of those plays already in this series, as Benintendi lays out for the dive and makes the catch for out number 1. Fegley now batting, 1-2 count, 1 out, and Fegley is rung up on a fastball looking for strike 3. Ian Happ now the batter with 2 outs, nobody on, 3-1 count. Here it comes. That is way outside. That is ball 4. Happ hats down to first with a 2-out walk. And now Santana, another switch hitter, is going to step in from the right side against Hernandez. 1-2 count. And that is strike 3 called. That time Hernandez got the call. And the Cubs are set down in the bottom of the 7th. We go to the top of the 8th, 2-1 Chicago. So Nick Birdie now is being brought in by manager Kerry Wood to face the middle of the Red Sox lineup here in the top of the 8th inning. He will face Devers, Bogarts, and Verdugo in order to navigate the 8th inning. 2-strike pitch, Birdie looking for the sign. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. He chased one that was down and away. Birdie was wasting a pitch there, and he got him to chase. So now Bogarts is the batter with 1 out, nobody on. 2-2 count. And Bogarts checks his swing, but the ump rings him up anyway. He says, that was strike 3, buddy. You should have swung. Verdugo now batting with 2 outs, nobody on base. Birdie working his way through the 8th inning. And that's going to be popped up to right. Hayward is coming in, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Birdie works a flawless 8th with 2 strikeouts. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning of a 2-1 Cub lead. Chris Bryant now the batter. He will lead off against Hernandez, who's coming out for his 2nd inning of work here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 2-2 count to Bryant. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Hernandez gets him with the curve. And now Ozuna the batter with 1 out, nobody on. 1-2 count to Marcell Ozuna. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Hernandez with another curveball gets a swinging strike 3. That's his 4th of the game. And now he will face Shaw with 2 outs and a full count. And Shaw checks his swing, and the umpire says, nope, that was low. You get first base. The appeal to third says that the umpire says that no, he didn't swing either. So now Hayward is batting with 2 outs, 1 man on, and Colton Brewer will be the new pitcher for the Red Sox. He comes in with 25 2/3 innings thrown, 6 walks, 29 strikeouts, 2.45 ERA. He will face Jason Hayward, who is 1 for 2 today. Full count pitch to Hayward, and that is ball 4 high. So Hayward heads down to first. That's back-to-back walks for the Cubs with 2 outs in the 8th. And now Baez is the batter. 2 outs, first and second. Cubs trying to add to a 2-1 lead, and here's a 3-0 pitch. And Brewer walks Baez on 4 straight pitches. I didn't know that Baez even knew how to take 4 straight pitches. But look at that, here we are. And now Wilson Contreras will be the pinch hitter. He will step up to the plate in the pitcher's spot against Colton Brewer. Bases are loaded. The Cubs have drawn 3 straight walks with 2 outs. And here we are in the bottom of the 8th inning, 1-2 count. And Contreras swings and misses for strike 3. Well, the Cubs leave the bases loaded. We go to the top of the 9th of a 2-1 Chicago lead. Iglesias is brought in the 9th. He is going to face Benny, Bradley, and Plawecki here in the top of the 9th inning. Full count pitch, Iglesias looking for the sign. He has a 1.78 ERA on the season, and he gets him to swing and miss on strike 3. That was a fastball up around his eyes. And now Jackie Bradley is the next batter. Iglesias pitching to Bradley. And that is ball 4. He walks him on 4 straight. So he heads down to first with a 1-out walk, and Plawecki is the batter. 1 out, tying run on first. 2-1 count from Iglesias. That's going to be a base hit into center field. Santana comes in and cuts it off, but the runner is going to advance from first to third as Bradley slides in safely, and now the Red Sox have the tying run 90 feet away. Chavez is the next batter with 1 out, runners on the corners, and Iglesias in a bit of a situation here. Chavez is the pinch hitter for the pitcher's spot, waiting for the 1-2 pitch from Iglesias. Long look in, and here comes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with the fastball. That was up and away, and Chavez chased it. So now Jeter Downs comes up. 2 outs, 2 men on. Cubs clinging to a 2-1 lead here in the top of the 9th. Full count pitch. Iglesias working. Oh, I'm sorry. Trevor Rosenthal's been brought in. He's been brought in to face this batter, and Rosenthal gets him with a fastball at the knees for strike 3. So Rosenthal records the save in relief of Iglesias. And the Cubs win this game 2-1. Boston got 1 run on 7 hits that were scattered throughout the game. Cubs got 2 runs on 5 hits with 1 error. And the Cubs improved to 37-40, while the Red Sox fall to 33-44. Cubs player of the game is Jonathan Loaiza. He got a quality start out of today's game. 6 innings, 6 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts. He is credited with the win, and his record improves to 2-4. Rosenthal gets his 2nd save as a Cub, getting a strikeout to end the game. Eovaldi gets the loss. He drops to 3-10. Really pitched pretty well. He got a quality start as well. 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs both earned, 4 walks, and 5 strikeouts. And that will be the ball game, folks. Thank you for listening to Replacement Player Baseball.